Hello everyone, Ladislas Maurice from the wanderinginvestor.com. So today I'm in Istanbul with Keith, my realtor here, and we're going to be having a look at real estate for the Citizenship by Investment program. So Keith, you've been living and working here, helping people invest in Turkish real estate for many years now.
Yep.
And so what's the plan for today?
Today we're going to look at 3 properties for Citizenship by Investment. The first one will be a one-shot CBI, right around 400K, just a little bit over 400K. The other 2 will be one for 250K, and then finally a smaller one for around 125K. So you could stack the smaller ones potentially to reach the CBI mark. We'll talk more about that after, and the one shot. We've mostly not been doing one shots, and I think the property today will illustrate why we might want to consider the investment approach, because we're not thoroughly happy with what we're getting at the 400K mark. The investment approach seems to work better. If you just go in hard-nosed investment rather than lifestyle, in the end, I think the numbers work better.
So these are apartments that, you're not selling. We're just essentially going on a tour. You're checking them out.
Yeah, exactly. We're not necessarily advocating this particular property. I'll give you my feedback. You'll get some idea from what I say, whether I think it's good value or not, but we're not necessarily advocating what we're looking at today. This is to give you a snapshot of the market. Maybe one of them will be suitable.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about the neighborhood?
Neighborhood here is great. We're right in the center. It's called Hanımefendi Street. It's in Merkez Mahalle in Istanbul. It's right in the center of Şişli between Osman Bey and Mecidiyeköy. So you have 2 metros that are equidistant within 5-7 minute walk. Perfect neighborhood.
All right, cool. So This is the building right here.
Yeah. Another small elevator. We get to know each other a little bit better here. So I've just had a little walkthrough before we came, so I can narrate the apartment here for you. It's fully fresh renovation, slightly Middle Eastern / Russian. You have a lot of gold in here, but it's quite well done, quite good quality materials. It's 150 square meters, so it's a big, roomy place. You have this living room, which is about 55, 60 square meters. We're on the 2nd floor, by the way. It's a little bit arabesque style. I don't know if that's the correct term, actually arabesque, but I think you get what I mean. Nice clean finish, though. Got a
$400,000.
Yeah, just a little bit over 400K. You've got some storage here. Nice wide plank flooring. Some Turkish inspired tiles. Here's your kitchen. This is very nice. You could have done an open kitchen, but a lot of Middle Eastern clients, they prefer the kitchen separated. So this works really well for the local market. This would rent for at least $1,500, maybe $1,750.
Furnished or unfurnished?
Furnished at the upper end towards $1,750, unfurnished towards the lower end.
Roughly
LG appliances.
Cool. So
marble countertops.
So roughly a gross yield of 5%.
Yeah, gross yield of 5% sounds about right.
Okay. And
you have a little spare washroom here. Again, in Turkey or in Istanbul, this is important if you're renting to non-couple or bachelor. You need extra washrooms. So here we have the second one right here. Again, Arab theme inspired. Definitely quite a clean job they've done on it. I like it. And you have a laundry room here. We even have another washroom in here. So here's the ensuite, I really like this room, to be honest. Nice and quiet in the back. You have access to the balcony. Again, Turkish tiles, handmade tiles in the back there. You have a third washroom here, which is really kind of luxury downtown, we can say. And this might push the rent up a little bit more. Another kind of important thing, this might put it more into the investable category than I would have initially assessed. All of the owners a portion of the ground floor. Right now, that's where the doorman lives or kapıcı lives. So there's no fee, no HOA fee for this building at all. And if the owners agree, they can actually sell that space. Yeah, how much is it worth? It's not worth that much, but again, it might be worth $100K. You have 4 units in here, everybody gets $25K. So consider that when you look at the price as well. Second bedroom, a little bit small, child's bedroom, no access to the balcony. Through here, third bedroom, pretty good size, and access to the balcony. So all in all, very spacious, pretty well put together property. Price-wise, would I say that this is the deal of the century? No, not at all. But if you want to do a one-shot and this appeals to you and you want to be downtown, these are kind of in line with the prices downtown.
It's a much better deal than buying a one-bedroom. You know, when you go online and you Google Turkey, Istanbul, citizenship by investment, you have all these one-bedroom apartments like in far-flung areas for $400,000.
Yeah.
Like you are guaranteed to lose money on those things. Here, I'd go in there negotiating quite hard, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but
overall, it's better value.
I'm looking at the details here too. These are not cheap doors that they put in. They haven't tried to skimp on the cost. I like that. That's rare. Important when you're trying to resell it.
Rare in Turkey.
And it's highly rentable. It's downtown. What can I say? You don't expect to get the deepest value necessarily when you get up in that 400, 500K range, but you can get quite a nice property downtown for that money, of course.
Fantastic. Cool. Yeah. So now let's go see the next property.
Let's go.
Great. So tell us about this one.
This is the Divan Bomonti, one of the best residential high-rises in Bomonti. Real downtown of Istanbul, and it's got all the facilities you want. Great gym, great pool, very nice finish on the apartments. This is an elite place in downtown.
The outdoor pool is even heated, so that's pretty nice. Cool. Yeah. All right, great. So let's go check out the apartment. Yeah. Cool. Keith, show us the place.
Okay, here we have a one-bedroom. It's 65 square meters net, so it's a pretty good-sized one-bedroom. It has an amazing view. We have a view of the Bosphorus. We have a view of the Golden Horn. We have a panoramic view of the city. It's a little bit muted today because of the colors, but you can see this amazing view out here. And you get to see the water. You get to see the entrance to the Bosphorus. And out there, that's the Marmara. So it's an amazing view. If you get a clear day, wow, it's really fantastic. Still, it's fantastic even today. We are in the heart of Bomonti. So this is not one of these properties out in some suburb. This is in pure downtown, and it's a lovely property. As I said before, it's the Divan Bomonti. It's part of the Coach family. Very high quality. The tenant profile, the owner profile, wealthy, white-collar Turkish people. And, these kind of properties, you'll end up with a 3.5, maximum 4% yield. But it's a store of value play, for sure.
Cool. So essentially, the way I would look at this is for the citizenship thing, because it's 400K, you said, right?
One of these apartments would just about hit it, yeah.
So this is a citizenship, and you compare this with the offerings, again, that you get. I keep on referring to this, but it's important because too many people make this mistake. They'll buy a new one-bedroom, essentially like this, a bit newer, but far away, like literally an hour away with public transport from downtown. And here, sure, it's on the secondary market. How old is this building?
This building's about 8 years old, but it's held up so well that there's no renovation. You could, spend $1K, $2K touching things up. That's it.
Yeah. So you either get something new an hour away, or you get something a little older, but well maintained in, one of the best neighborhoods in Istanbul. So clearly from an investment point of view, this is, superior, as well as from a lifestyle point of view.
Yeah, lifestyle for sure. I would live here. These other locations, I'm not even going to think about.
Cool. And the amenities?
Amenities, you have everything. We'll show them in the video later. You have a beautiful indoor-outdoor pool, an amazing gym. You have a market. You have lots of selections. And you walk out the door and there's like Bomonti's at your feet.
Cool. Fantastic. So let's move on to the next property.
Yeah, now we'll look at a couple of more budget-minded properties, but I think we've looked at two that are around 400K that are quite different. So I think that will give people an idea.
All right, let's go.
Great. We're going to go look at a duplex apartment up here. It's about 100 square meters. In the background, you can see Bomonti, so it's about a 5-minute walk to Bomonti. It's a 10 to 12-year-old building. Very good yield situation. We're starting to see the yields recover in Istanbul vis-a-vis last year. Now, that's a result of the property prices going down somewhat. I can't say that they've crashed, but they've gone down 10, 15% for sure. And the rents continue to go up. So this is a very good investment property.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, hi guys. So we're going to walk through a duplex apartment here. It's 140K. This is in terms of our series that we're making a little bit towards the lower end. Definitely an investment property. You'd probably need to spend about 10K to really sharpen this place up. You'll see the kitchen. That's where I'd start spending a little bit of money in here. But it's not horrific. It's quite nice. And, you know, but some money would help you out here. And now we're going to go into the living room. We have here, we have somebody in there. We'll come back there. We have a bedroom here.
Or maybe not.
Maybe not. We have a living room here. What? That's a washroom in there. We need to get that. Okay, let's go upstairs. Yeah. So definitely in terms, if you're just looking for rental income generating property, I think something like this is it. It's going to get 6-7% gross, and after all the taxes, maybe 5%. You have a bedroom here, leads off. You have a terrace. Bomonti's, center of Bomonti is about a 5-minute walk from here. Okay, so you're really...
It's very residential.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a place where foreigners would like to live, so this is not a lifestyle property.
Not a lifestyle
It's
property.
just purely local
Straight,
market.
hard-nosed investment. Here we go. Yeah.
It would be hard to lose money on this thing. We're talking about
Yeah, you'd have to be.
$1,400 a square meter, roughly.
Yeah, and not an old building. There's a washroom here. So you have 2 washrooms, actually. This is where you could start to spend some money on the renovations. Downstairs, the kitchen, the washroom here, new flooring. Yeah, 10, 15K can go pretty easily. And you have your 3rd bedroom here, like kind of a children's bedroom.
Okay.
Or an office, you could say.
And
Something like that.
the rent would be in dollar terms, roughly?
Yeah, about $700.
700.
I think it's worth getting in here, doing some minor reno. Nothing major. I wouldn't rip the place apart. It's not that kind of place. I'd come in, spend about 10, maximum 15K. You end up with a nice...
Cool. And also it's important to note that when you apply for citizenship, renovation costs do not count towards the $400,000. So apartments like this are ideal in the sense that you can buy them, you do a little bit of renovations, not too much, and then you have something that looks half decent. All right, cool. So we're going to go check out the next one now.
Let's do it. Yep. The budget, the ultra budget one.
Cool.
Yeah.
So this is the last one.
Yeah, this is our budget option. It's coming in at about 115K all in, 1 bedroom, downtown, newish building, good yield. Let's have a look.
You sold it to a client of yours.
Done.
This one.
Sold. Yeah.
Okay, so these are actual figures.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's go.
All right, as you can see, you have a nice door here to begin with, and then you come into the apartment. This is about 50 square meter apartment, downtown, something like this, newly renovated, almost brand new building, nothing under $600. So you're looking at the all-in price is, I think we sold it for 117K all in. So you're looking at about a 6% yield. Okay, very decent from perspective of investment.
Yeah, very
like I said, 50 square meters, open kitchen, reasonably good materials, needs a bit of a cleaning. You have some open space in front of you there, looking off into Osman Bay.
Yeah, non-controversial.
Yeah, just one of those properties, if you want to get the CBI done, very predictable rental yields. Here's your bedroom.
Yeah, and easy to sell.
Easy to liquidate as well.
Cool. Okay, so look, thanks Keith for the overview. So I wrote a whole article on the real estate market here in Istanbul, the neighborhoods to look at, the neighborhoods to avoid, some traps you should avoid. There's a link below. There's also a page that elaborates on the citizenship by investment program, how it works, all the details, the fees. And if you want to get in touch with Keith, there's also a link below. Keith, thank you very much.
Great, Matt. Good to see you again.
Make sure to download my free ebook, 12 Mistakes to Avoid When Investing in International Real Estate. which you can find on my website linked below. And feel free to follow me on Instagram at The Wandering Investor. I look forward to hearing from you.